Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on the review for it. Now, if you're wondering why I'm sounding a little bit ill right now also, it's because I've got COVID, so I do apologise if I look a little bit ill or anything like that, but I'm trying to do some reviews for you guys whilst it's happening. So, on stat sense, so he's 6 foot tall with a high medium work rate. He's left footed with the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Now, I used him as striker and also a cam on my second account, as you've seen, that's why the team's a little bit weaker alongside Pappin. On alternate positions now, so you can play cam, left wing and also left mid. So it just allows us to have a little bit of variety on the card, which is also quite nice. But on stats then, so he's got the 88 pace, the 83 shooting, the 82 passing, the 87 dribbling and the 82 physical. So on paper, looks like quite a nice well-rounded card overall. As I said, I decided to play him as a cam or as a striker, just having a little bit of variety, just try him out in a few positions. I use the engine chem cell, and I'll speak more about after on the positive and negative side of things to why I have. But I'll see you after. Peace. So what's my overall thoughts about the card then? Now, I'm going to keep one thing off straight away. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really have the best of relationships with this card. Now, I'll speak about that after when I get to the dribbling side of things, so I'll give you a little bit of a hint. I just feel like overall, he's a little bit stiff for what he should be. But we'll start there. So on the skills and weak foot, so we've got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. But for me, it's a minimum necessity. The weak foot doesn't really matter too much because of the outside the foot shot trait this year. But with that being said, the 4-star skills is still a nice attribute to have. Now the pace to me felt quite adequate, nothing amazing, nothing bad. Just feel like he paid for one goal if you need him to, but generally speaking, he's not going to outpace other people like Theo Hernandez or something like that. Now the shooting for me, very inconsistent. The 84 finishing base was very inconsistent. The 84 shooting, the 84 shot pass, again, very inconsistent. The attack position felt very off at times. You didn't really feel like, oh, he's in the right position at the right time. This is why I feel like you can't blame him anywhere higher than Cam personally. I just feel like he's a little bit strict into what positions he can play necessarily. Now the passing for me, I didn't really feel too many issues with it, but with that being said, I didn't really feel that many positives. It was very just hit and miss, very average, and as you can see by the stats, it really proves that as well. It's just very average overall. Now the dribbling for me, this is where the card comes into issues. I just feel like I actually thought, I was thinking like he's 5'9" before I started using this card. I was thinking, why is he so stiff? Why is he so unagile on the ball? I had an engine on it from the start, by the way, because I had a feeling about this. But he's 6 foot tall, and he doesn't even look that in game, but he just feels so stiff, and so, like, genuinely, Pappin feels more agile than him. Now, Pappin has a lot less dribbling stat. He has, like, 11 less actual dribbling stat in game. which is just nuts to me because this card just doesn't feel like it twists and turns nicely at all, which is very, very frustrating to get him into nice positions. But with that being said, the balance, to be fair, along with the strength, is actually quite nice. It's one of his better attributes. I feel like the strength is his best attribute, to hold off players and then push it through to someone else instead of that being more like a hold-up kind of player. Next with me is a ball control. Didn't really feel amazing because he's 6 foot tall. It's not going to feel amazing, and he needed to have 90 plus to actually feel good. But with that being said, it wasn't too bad. Now, the composure actually felt quite nice. When he actually did hit the back of the net, the composure was probably the key aspect to that. But with that being said, it is still not the best of attributes. So with that being said, it might actually mess up a few times as well because of it. Now, the air ability is very useful. I know he's 6 foot tall, but with 70 jumping and 68 head accuracy, he's not even going to be able to head a ball anywhere near to the goal. So just try and avoid that if possible. Now, the stamina for me, the stamina is perfectly good enough no matter where you play him. Even at cam, for this stage of the game, yes. But with that being said, later on in the game, when you need more like 90 stamina plus, just to try and get you through to the 90 minutes, because you're going to have players running you down a lot, and they're going to have a lot higher stamina than you later on in the game. So you do need a little bit higher than that. But with that being said, for cam, that is perfectly good enough at this stage. Now, as I said, the strength is actually quite nice about this card. He can just hold off a lot of players. There's not many players that have really higher strength than that in the midfield and the fullbacks. They will be able to out-strength him necessarily. And the aggression as well isn't too bad. So on to my other thoughts about this card then. Now, this Barnes card's actually dropped a lot since I used him. So I will take that into consideration and the time it is. Because obviously, I bought him for like 230k, but he's now like 100k, so I can't really like judge him on what I bought him for. I'll judge him on what his current price is. So start then. So the pace me, I'm going to give it to 8 out of 10. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's amazing. I haven't really got too much to say about it. It's just average necessarily. Now the shooting for me, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I genuinely feel like it's actually quite woeful, to be honest, and he would miss a lot of chance, and it was quite frustrating in my opinion. Now, the passing for me, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. It's just quite adequate, to be honest, especially for a cam. You do kind of want high in this. It's not bad, but with that being said, as a cam, I feel like that's the only place you really can play him. And for a cam, it's just not amazing. Now, the dribbling fee, again, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I can't give it any higher than that because he doesn't feel agile. He's 6 foot tall. He doesn't move that fast. He moves a bit like a brick, to be honest. The only one that's really redeeming out of this is the composure stat. But other than that, it's just really average. It's just a very average card, in my opinion. Now, the physicals for me are actually quite nice. This is actually one of his better attributes. So overall, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. I don't think I can mock it any much because it's got the 85 stamina and also the really good strength, which is the two main important ones for the physicals. So, on overall score then, I'm going to give him a 6.9 out of 10. I just can't give it any higher than that. I just thought it was a very, very average card. I feel like for the price, you could definitely get better. You can get Vinicius Jr. for the price. So, for value of coins, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, he has some redeeming attributes. And overall, he doesn't look like a bad card. But I just feel like there's a very missing key to this card. Maybe an extra bit of, maybe like 10 more agility and he would be good. Or maybe like 10 more finishing or something like that. Just something more to this card because he just felt like he was lacking very much. But that's all for my view as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It genuinely does help the channel a lot. But I've got nothing more to say. See you in the next video and peace out, guys.